Alright, welcome to my channel. I still remain your reliable architect, HB Joshua Ruben, and today I just want to briefly highlight us on some certain vital issues that we need to know. What are these issues? Before I dive into that, please subscribe to my video, like and comment. Thank you so much for visiting my home, and I appreciate you all. Now I want us to discuss about tenant and landlords acts. Tenant and landlord acts, their rights. What are the rights of a tenant? What is the right of the landlord? These are some of the arising questions that used to bring issues between the landlord and the tenant, and I see it deemed to actually highlight us or to brief us on this certain issue, because with the recent population and urbanization that is going on in the world, there is a concurrent need for more building, for more accommodation to come in, and as such people don't really know what are their stand, or what are their laws, or what is the law guiding a tenant on, and what is the law guiding a landlord. Now here is it briefly. What are these legal laws that is guiding a landlord? What are these laws? Sometimes you find out that a landlord may come to your house and he may want to dispose you within just 3 days, and it's wrong. It's because some people don't have a legal advice or legal knowledge about these things, and it end up affecting you as an individual. You may end up becoming worried and wary. So okay, let me start by firstly the law. I just have 3 to 4 laws that I will just talk about, and we'll move from here. Okay, number 1 laws that a landlord should have as a landlord is the law of renewing your rent. As a landlord, you have that power, you have that audacity to renew your rent. You have the audacity to renew your rent. You have the audacity to tell your tenant that, look, I want to increase my rent from so amount to so amount because of so and so, because that is your house. And of course, you also have the right to reimburse or not to reimburse your tenant. Now what did I mean by that? Now sometimes you may come into a house, and due to the dilapidated section or dilapidated aspect of that house, you may want to repair the house, you may want to arrange the house, you may want to repaint the house and do other things, but due to some facts that you don't really know, the landlord may end up not giving you what actually he wants. He may end up not reimbursing you after all of these things that you've done, after all of your effort, after putting all your money into it. He may end up not reimbursing your account because he feels that it is his own house and is not your house. So you must, as an individual, have that in mind, that okay, a landlord have the right not to reimburse, and he also have the right to do what, to also reimburse you perfectly and not to reimburse you. And a landlord also have the strength to renew tenancy. He have the strength, he has the right to say, okay, this is the tenant I want, this is the tenant I don't want, because it is his house and not your house. Now quickly, what are the rights of a tenant? What are those rights that a tenant should have? Like, okay, if I want to park into your house, what is the right that I should have? Now number 1 right that you should have the right to accept receipt of payment from your landlord. You should have the right to accept receipt of payment from your landlord, because most at times some tenants feel that, okay, I'm not the owner of the house, so I don't have rights to anything. But I want to let you know that there are some basic principle laws that have been in place, and so many people are not aware of this. You have the right to accept your receipt of payment from your landlord. Then secondly, you also have the right to question your landlord if a quick notice is being issued by the landlord and is not in specified time or timing. You have the right to not to quit. Okay, take for instance, if a tenant is staying in a house and the landlord needs you to quit, and you are a yearly tenant, you stay for a year. Take for instance, you stay for a year. Okay, he has the right to give you a 6 month or 3 month notice. If he doesn't give you this notice, he don't have any right to take you out of the house. Just take note of this thing. You don't have any right to take you out of the house. So he must give you a 6 to 3 month notice, because you are a yearly tenant and not a monthly or a weekly tenant. Did you understand? So that's how so many people don't really know that these things matters, and it is also important as a whole. Okay, so I've talked about right of payment. I've also talked about right of quick notice and right to a written tenancy document. Right to a written tenancy document is the last thing, and each of these things, most of the times people don't really know that these things matters and is very important. So as tenant and as individual, we should know that, okay, a landlord have a law and a tenant also have a law, and each of these law have right. The tenant have right, the landlord also have a specific right to his property. Okay, so we shouldn't misplace or forget about these things. If this is a legal advice and I've seen it, it will help. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for reaching out to my channel. I still remain your reliable architect, and I hope to see you in my next video. I promise my next video will be captivating. Stay tuned and stay blessed. Thank you all. Love you.